again. My name is Gabe Zolna. You know, I just watched a bit of Fox News, and I didn't plan on making any more videos this evening. And Kristen Powers, she's one of the talking heads that is on Fox News quite often. And she was on O'Reilly. And I'm not really big on O'Reilly for a whole lot of different reasons, but O'Reilly was asking Kristen Powers, so they're talking about a woman having access to a weapon to protect herself. And she says, well, I don't feel that there's a need for me to do that. And then O'Reilly said, well, that's because you live in a high-end district and it's not an issue for you. And then Kristen says, well, I've lived in, other areas as well. And although my father wanted me to have a weapon, I never felt that I should have one. Well, you know what I like to see Kristen do? I like to see Kristen walk the streets at night. You know what I mean? Pick a couple of cities. Let's say they're in WATS. Let's say in Los Angeles in WATS. I'd like to see her walk at night in WATS. You know what I mean? A couple of blocks. And then if she survives that, I'd like to see her walk in like a couple of streets like in New Orleans. You know what I mean? And then if she does that, a couple of streets in like Chicago, in like, the bad districts. And then we'll see if she survives. I don't think will survive. She's a very attractive little blonde. And you know what will happen to her? It'll be real nasty. And this is what's wrong with these talking heads. They don't live in the real world. It's like Bloomberg. He wants to take away our guns, and he's got a whole armada of armed soldiers protecting him. Is his life worth any more than mine? I don't think so. What's the big push to take away our guns? Yeah, well, it ain't all that difficult to understand what the big push is. But this Kristen Powers, I don't know why they have these people on their shows. She's sitting there, well, I don't feel I have a need to protect myself. No? Well, honey, go for a walk at WATS at night. With your little blue eyes and your blonde hair and your tight little body, and see how far you get. You might make it a block. I mean, that's ridiculous. People that have no choice but to live in those kind of areas need to be able to protect themselves. And they can't do it without a gun. Period. I carry a gun. I carry a Sig Sauer 45 stainless steel. And I have hollow points. Yeah. So, not that I want to shoot anybody, because I don't. But if I have to, I will, and they won't get up again. That's why I use hollow points. So, this Kristen Powers, she's a joke. She's a dizzy little blonde. But let her go for a walk in WATS at night. A couple of blocks. We'll see how far she gets. What do you think? I told you what I think.